We are cutting on the back side of Little Exuma Island. That's like Hog Key. And we're going through something called the Comer Cut. And we probably weren't paying close enough attention to the tide because it's really shallow through here. I mean, we're doing okay. I could sheet us in. Basically, the wind's a little bit behind our beam, so I could sheet us in so that we heel. You know, I could put the main out, sheet us in so we heel a little bit, so we can scoot over the bank. So we're not in any kind of real danger, and it's mostly sand with some interspersed rocks here and there. So it's not terrible, but you know, you want to pay a little bit closer time. So when you're going to these shallow spots, you know, you've got plenty of water underneath you. And if basically if we had left half an hour sooner, then we wouldn't be concerned in the slightest. But I will say, even though it's, you know, blowing 18 knots today, it's just beautiful out here. We left Thompson Bay on Long Island and had a stopover at Water Key in the Jumientos chain before we pushed on all the way into the Raggeds. This would be our first time in this very remote part of the Bahamas. We were looking forward to seeing everything that the Raggeds had to offer. Well, we made it to Buena Vista Key in the Raggeds. This is our first time into this deep part of the Raggeds. We claim that the Jumentos is the Raggeds, and we've been there before, but anyway, we're gonna check this place out. We think that there's a house over here past Voyager, and we'll check that out tomorrow, find the caves, and supposedly there is a burial site and some other stuff, so we'll check it out. Wyatt, as soon as we had a rough day passage, but Wyatt snagged us 3 conch, not these 2 alone, but just walking on the beach. That's incredible. Which thing do you pound out, Wyatt? How do you count them?
Not the first, but the second one right here.
Okay.
Let's give it a few taps.
Right between those 2 horns.
Yep. Now we grab our butter knife. Get behind it. There's a little lip skin. You get behind it. And we get this other side of the shell. Comes right out. And if you do a good job, everything comes out. Rinse the shell. That's how you get conch out of the shell. Cutting off all this orange meat. Some people eat it. We don't though.
So what are you just looking to keep the white meat that you cut through everything, and then you're going to skin it, and then we'll chop it up and make conch salad, and we'll probably make some conch fritters tonight out of it too. Well, not fritters, we'll do cracked conch. So we make conch salad. We use an onion. We're using peppers. We're actually using roasted peppers that we got at Walmart, brought with us, conch and mandarin oranges, and we will finish it with slices of pineapple crushed up and put in there after we let the lemon juice cook the conch for a little bit. That's the finished product. Got a few people still coming south to the Raggeds, but we are on Buena Vista Key in the Raggeds, and we'll do a little exploration today. There's, you know, some ruins and trails, and, you know, if we're lucky, the wind's gonna stay stable. Get the drone up and take a look.
I believe that this, I mean, that's where he lived. I mean, there's really, it's just a sand floor, not a whole lot.
Yeah. It looks like there's a couple of freezers and refrigerators, and
He's got a generator over there, more batteries. But
so this basically, this is what looks like it should be a barn, is his is his house. Looks like Irma just wiped this place clean, and you know, the house that was lower down, nestled between the two hills, which I think provided some protection from the east and southeast to the prevailing winds that were probably running through here, kind of held that together a little bit. The roof blew off, but the rest of it's sort of there. But you know, the more substantial structures on the hill, they look like they were just battered into oblivion. You find a lot of broken flip-flops and slides out. People, stop throwing your garbage out. Find the weirdest crap on the beach. We love walking the windward side of these islands when we get the chance. Most of what we find is trash, but occasionally we find something interesting, at least to us, and often we're just looking for sea beans. Let's go! Sea beans! So we're on Buena Vista, just as a reminder, in case I didn't already say it. And there's a trail that walks around it that, you know, part of it, it's mostly a goat trail. We didn't see but one goat, but we've been just digging through the treasures that washed ashore. Found a toy zebra, some other things, and a ton of sea hearts, one hamburger, sea hamburger. So, you know, I guess you got to just find something that entertains you when you're cruising, and this is it for us. Let's go! Long walk today. I think this is going to be about 3.5 miles total. Everybody else went back to the boat, but I refuse because I am finishing where I started, which is at this shack. The Ragged Islands are all similar. They're all low-lying, and except for Big Ragged, uninhabited. But as we found out on Raccoon, that makes for great spearfishing. Well, this is Raccoon Key. We spent a day here, maybe two. Caught a bunch of hogfish on the south side of it. Just a great stop if you need to provision with some fish. We also ran into some cruising friends that we have not seen in 4 years, and that was excellent. Although we literally only spent 2 hours with them before they had to go north, and we have to continue south. We're motoring down to Hog Key. Voyager and us have split up for today. They went to Double-Breasted Key. That's something they really want to see. I'm not quite as comfortable in that anchorage as I am here, so we're going down to Hog Key, and we'll meet up sometime tomorrow. This is the famous Cruisers Beach at Hog Cay, and this is the Hog Cay Yacht Club. It's great to finally be down here. Wyatt's heading out to get his mom, and we're going to explore this place a little bit. A lot of boat signs. Soon there'll be another one from Ventolines. All right, so here's Wyatt. He had to be rescued because he stupidly went out in something that has no tiller, no keel, can't point, and can just blow with the wind. Let this be a cautionary tale to those people when they find junk on the beach. It doesn't mean that you should take it out. It's just garbage. It's for show. Leave it alone.
I had a paddle.
And you couldn't use it, so what difference does it make?
I was on my way to Exuma.
You were on your way to freaking Nassau. We're headed into Duncantown on Ragged, the last stop in the Raggeds. Then we're back to civilization. It's closer to Cuba than it is to where I'm going in the Exumas. I just pulled ashore next to the airport here in Ragged Island. So this is the last island in the Raggeds. Well, there's one more little Ragged. This is the last stop for us in the Raggeds. And so we're gonna walk to town, check out Duncantown. And you know, we understand there's not much there. There's maybe 120 people live there. But we're gonna check it out and try to get a little bit of groceries and then back to the boat to head back to Hog Key, where we're going to deliver some of those groceries to some other boats. Part of the adventure of grocery getting in the Bahamas, especially in the far out islands. Here we are, Duncantown. It's quite tore up from a hurricane many years ago, which Americans might be familiar with. It was called Irma. Irma came over right over the top of this place. The Ragged Island police station right here. Seen better days. There's the dinghy channel out. Yeah, I would come in with a power boat. Yeah, we just spent some time talking to a local person here. And basically it's a similar story that we heard from them, that we also heard from people in the Abaco, that after Hurricane Irma came through here, like Dorian in the Abaco, the government was practically no help at all. They've gotten no assistance. Many homes have been destroyed, and you know, they're struggling. A lot of people have left this town, and she said there's only about 60 residents left. We're not sure when we'll be back, but we didn't spend much time in the Raggeds, and we'd like to spend a little bit more. We wanted to meet some friends and little farmers, go to the ocean cabin there, and then start a slog north while we had favorable winds for going up the Exumas chain. But we'll get to that in another video soon. Thanks for watching.